Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Broadchurch. Last time around, we started off Season 3, where basically Hardy and Miller are back and they are on the case of Trish Wintermore, a woman who was unfortunately sexually assaulted. And yeah, they have to find out who is the assaulter. Assaulter, yes, that's not a word, but that's basically what they're going for. The criminal, I guess you could say. But yeah, so that's the case, and other stuff. I mean, we had Tom Miller. He's a porn dealer. Don't know what's going on there. Don't know why he can't just. I mean, I hope the boy's making money because this is a service that does not need to be. Any of his degenerate friends that need to go find some material. You can just Google it. It's easy as hell, like this ain't the 90s anymore, kids. Go out, go. Yeah, it's on your phone. It's this, it's this little device that you have in your pocket. I guess I should also say, because I've said it in all my videos this week, I'm on my webcam recording this and not my phone. I got a new phone, but I don't want to use it for recording anymore, so I'm using my webcam. I may get a newer webcam because this one's a little old. I noticed it may only be recording at like 15 frames per second, so I'm gonna have to work on that. But I think I'll probably get a higher quality one. But it still does the job, which is good. So yeah, and also Beth and Mark have separated, and Beth is going to be she's a social worker working with women in crisis, and she is the new support person for Trish, actually, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much a recap of the first episode. So why don't we go ahead and jump right into this episode of Broadchurch. Here we go.
How many extra officers have we got?
2 DCs.
What? That's it? We need more than that.
Ooh, we get 2 detective
Sexual
constables.
offences never get the same resources as murder.
Yeah.
Starting door-to-door inquiries in the village.
Oh, if you look at the map, it's actually a hamlet, not a village.
Thanks for that.
Okay.
What about the victim's ABE interview? When's that?
Can we not use the word victim? Her name is Trish Winterman, and her ABE interview will take place when we judge she's up to it. We'll get a steer from her ISFA later this morning.
There's a time pressure here, right?
She's still traumatized.
You have a lot
She
of
may not have
opinions.
full recall.
Was she drunk?
What?
DC Hartford, you want to run this meeting?
Sorry, sir.
We can't keep this from the public for too long, but there are people we want to talk to before the news gets out. So for now, all of this is kept to yourselves.
Nobody talks to Ollie.
And what do you want it for?
You'll be assisting us with an ongoing investigation.
You gonna give me any more than that?
No.
Don't know if I'm comfortable with this.
Did I stutter?
How old are you, son?
23.
You're in charge of this place.
My dad's the legal owner, but he's more interested in playing golf, so he lets me run things. It's not exactly difficult.
Well, if you've totally got the authority to make decisions, totally make the decision to cooperate with our requests.
Yeah.
Or we'll totally come back with a warning.
Like, why do you have to be sus? Did the police just help the friggin' police? It's not like it's that big a demand.
I'll need a list of all your staff for the last 3 years.
I'll try, but...
Great, thanks.
Meh.
Is there anything else you're gonna demand?
Maybe.
Where were you on Saturday night, Leo?
I was out with my girlfriend. Had a few drinks at the Anglers and then a kebab on the way home.
Ah, romantic. And she'll confirm this story, will she?
Yeah, of course.
Okay then. Why are you so suspicious?
Details and all.
But even if it's a match, what does that prove?
Well, it didn't prove anything, but it just increases the probability that her attacker lives locally.
Just because it was made there doesn't mean it was bought round here.
Feel like that boy's affected your naturally optimistic disposition, Miller.
I am never in the mood for swagger young shits.
Let's get a Jim
Me
Atwood
either.
to the invite list.
What was that all about?
Just the same stuff we always argue about. Way he runs a shop, my wife's shift patterns, refugee crisis.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly shift patterns. He's, a knob.
As are you. Seems to be an affliction in this town. But why is everybody gotta be sus? But see, now we gotta look for the one non-sus person. That'll be the Joe.
I've been doing this for nearly 30 years and I'm bloody good at it. Unlike whoever threw out my front page this week and substituted this. Kittens in a bin.
Kittens escaping from a bin.
On the front page.
It's feel
Is the Broadchurch Echo not its own thing?
Page 5. I've lost my only journalist to a national tabloid, and now I'm expected to cover every story that happens around here on my own in a tiny room and with no support.
Oh, Ollie's gone? Oh, no.
People need their own lives reflected. That's the whole point.
We're redefining what we mean by local.
Oh, for God's sake.
That's how that fucking works.
When's all this supposed to happen?
Times change, Maggie. Don't get left behind.
I mean, look, I'm not sure I really care, but fucking,
We wait. We delay getting a crucial piece of information and another woman gets attacked.
That's not Trish's responsibility.
No, it's mine. I've got to weigh up the risk to Trish's evidence against the safety of other members of the public.
Well, can't we protect them both?
Tell me how.
meh.
We've got to get to what she knows as soon as we can. Brief Beth. She's got to get Trish in a fit state.
Good luck with that, Beth.
Tom's been excluded from school for a week. What for? Sharing porn on his phone.
No.
Yeah, so that's good. God, bloody hell, Beth. These bloody devices, you don't know what's on them.
Meh. Yeah.
The access they have to this stuff, we never had any of that.
Best I had was Alice Wilson reading the dirty bits of Jelly Cooper out loud when we were 13. Still get a bit of a tingle when I think about it now.
I found my mum's vibrator when I was 12.
No, you didn't.
I asked
Damn.
her what it was for.
What did she say?
Said it was a whisk. Don't tell Dad. I thought it was weird for a whisk. I've said, haven't I, how amazing you are for choosing to do this job?
No, you're just trying to butter me up.
No, I've done that, I'm being honest now.
Uh,
So proud of you, Beth.
I'm so glad they're friends.
Trish. I'm Beth. Oh, yeah. Nice to meet you.
Here's a question. Was Trisha's hair red last episode? I don't think it was.
These crimes, they make you feel like your control has been taken away, like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. But there is. And we're going to find that light together, okay?
I feel so ashamed. I wish he'd just killed me.
Damn. Man, it's terrible. You don't have anything to be ashamed of, but it's just...
You know, I don't know if we should be pushing if Beth says she's not ready.
Beth Latimer is not in charge here.
You all right?
Murder Act makes sense, so sexual offences.
Really? That's what gets you confused?
We were still discussing the
No!
timing.
You were discussing it. I'd made a decision.
Can we not just...
No, we can't, because what if another woman gets raped while we're still discussing? How do you feel living with that for the rest of your career, for the rest of your life?
Look, I know it's hard,
No,
but...
you don't, actually, because it's easy being you, Miller. I'm the one who's responsible. I'm the one who has to decide, and that's what I've done. So I don't want to hear any more about it.
Did you just say that to
Just
her?
focus on the ex-husband.
No, I was with my girlfriend, Sarah. She teaches geography.
And were you together all night?
Not all the time, no.
But you left together?
No, she left before me.
You're admitting to a lot of this, so...
It's not very nice seeing the woman you used to be married to drunk and cavorting with a lot of strange men. I mean, by all accounts, she's slept with half a dozen blokes in the last few months. God knows how many of them were at the party. It's embarrassing. Technically, we are still married.
You're not actually divorced?
I don't mean to be awkward, but I don't really like the idea of... Do I have to? Am I legally obliged?
It's fallen through.
No, but
Well,
now you're
in that
acting
case,
sus.
I'll decline for now, if that's all right. I don't like the idea of my DNA being on file until I know why and how it's being stored. I'm not a big fan of police hoarding biodata.
Is that right?
A little sus. But see, a lot of what he was saying I think was genuine, you know? I don't think it was him.
First DNA refusal.
Ah, interesting decision.
I don't know if it was him. I don't know if it was him, but there's something up there.
I'll see you later then.
Tonight, we'll go tonight, yeah?
Yeah, okay, bye.
Sorry.
Everything all right?
Nah, I messed up. How'd you do it, Mel? The whole single parent thing?
By constantly absorbing feelings of failure, guilt and shame.
Sorry, what's this about?
There was a serious sexual assault at the party on Saturday.
What, so you come for the cab driver?
Yes, we... Looking for the person.
Would you mind giving...
Clear as a bell now, that radio.
Yeah.
Alright, he's very sus.
Beth, you're not being fair. You know, you can't just call me up and ask me to come meet you for coffee like everything's still the same.
Can't I?
No.
No?
You know you can treat me like your little dog. Give me a whistle and I'll come running, but I need you not to do that. I need you not to give me any hope.
Oh.
5,500 for Chloe, 5,500 for us, which I suppose we should split.
Don't want it.
We might as well take it.
Don't want it. I don't want compensation, I want justice. 11 grand for our little boy's life.
Oh, damn.
What, £1 a year? Is that what he's worth?
It's a standard sum for a murdered relative. What do you want us to do, turn it down? Because that won't put Joe Miller in prison.
I'm still fighting, Beth.
I know. That's the problem.
Can't do anything else.
Thought this place might restore my equanimity.
Is it working?
Not in the slightest.
Okay, then.
Normally I'd be at home bending Jocelyn's ear, but she's away in London for ages. Big trial.
We won't see her this season. That sucks. Not that there's anything she can do in the plot, but...
What can we do? Letters, petitions? March on the offices?
Bless you, Petal, but I've looked in the eyes of the corporate behemoth. They give you a waste of breath.
Well...
Just be glad you've got a job for life. People always need a bit of God.
No.
Oh, I wish you were right.
I mean, they're not going to close the church.
On
It's a
Sundays
church.
now, the church is emptier than before Danny was killed.
You've pulled so many of us through these past few years.
Exactly. I'm the priest that people look to when they're hurting, and then desert when everything's okay. I've got more to offer than that.
Buy a printing press and you can have the newspaper too. Boy.
Hi! Hey, yourself. All right, good time? It was all right.
Oh, the
Did you see
daughter.
my photos on Instagram?
Oh, no.
I thought you followed me. Hi. Who's this?
So I guess her hair is... I guess it's just the lighting. I just never noticed that her hair was red.
There was rape, Leah. I'd be raped.
This is the difference is the victim is still here, unlike season 1.
Wessex police say a 49-year-old woman was the victim of a serious sexual assault in the Acthampton area on Saturday night. They're asking for anyone with any information to contact them in confidence as a matter of urgency.
Alright, we've got all our suspects. None of them are going to be the real person, I'm sure.
11 grand it was for the family.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I must dredge it all up again.
Never went away.
It's interesting that
You've done so
Chloe
well.
got half of it.
I'm glad it looks that way.
I don't know how that works.
You know, and after all the talking, all the counselling, this anger, it's not going anywhere. It's getting worse.
We weren't wrong.
Yeah. Time to be a priest.
Drink, I was on white wine. Oh, and Tina bought me vodka tonics.
Damn.
How many of each?
Wine, I don't know, 3, 4 glasses. Vodkas, 2. Oh, wait, yeah, and before I went outside, the girls had tequila shots.
That's a lot of alcohol.
Sounds a lot when you add it up. Especially on an empty stomach.
Nah.
I'm sorry to ask you this, but when was the last time you had sex with a man before this happened? It would really help us if you could tell us.
But it's not connected.
Just to rule them out.
No.
Please, Trish.
Right, fine. It was a stranger. Someone I met online.
Trish, are you sure about that?
I want to stop. I want to stop being serious.
Not yet.
I said I want to stop.
Oof. Almost. Now, Ian, what are you doing?
Are you?
Hi, Dad.
I wasn't expecting to see you tonight.
I need to talk to you about something. Just between us. Can I come in?
Everything's getting more difficult. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's it. You know what? Real quick, I'm gonna look up, and I can do this on my phone now instead of on my laptop. I'm gonna look up Harford. She looks familiar. Just the actor, I mean. Okay. Apparently I've never seen her, but she looks really familiar, but guess I was wrong. Oh well. And then the last thing I wanted to see was, what was the name of the cab driver?
What time did you say?
Lucas, that was it. Okay. Let me write that down. Alrighty. You know, it's so interesting because it's a good thing that the plot is so different, you know? Whereas, you know, the last... honestly, both seasons were working on murder cases, you know? Because season 1 was about Danny. Season 2, while, you know, half of it was about Joe's trial, the other half was about Sandbrook, and it was about murder, you know? And in both cases, you could almost rule, like, accidental murder, I guess. I don't know if... I mean, I don't think there's a distinction between, you know, manslaughter and accidental manslaughter. I think it's just manslaughter, you know? That's the thing. It's like, well, accident or no, you did kill him, you know? I mean, I don't really know. And especially in this, you can't really rule if it was an accident, you know? But we know, because we saw the flashbacks, both with Danny and with Lisa, you know? So it's interesting just from, you know, how Hardy says, like, you know, murder I get, you know? But this, which is kind of weird, because it's like, you know, murder you get, like, well... But you don't. You said clearly, it's like, well... You said clearly, it's like, there's no real way of knowing why someone is driven to this, you know? So... But... This one is interesting just because the victim is still here, you know? Because whereas before, Danny, Lisa, and Pippa, they're all dead. That's the whole point. This one... The person is still here, you know? Person is still here. The victim is still here. So, it's basically, it's a trail, you know? It's a trail of, you know, a connection back to whoever did this, you know? So yeah. So, a very interesting one. Man, why people gotta be sus? Why have people gotta be sus? Yeah, Ed himself, Ed Burnett, he wasn't that sus. Like, he himself wasn't that sus. But they did, they can't rule him out, obviously. But Hartford, Katie, now she's acting sus. I mean, I guess you understand why. Because of, it's her father, and she's trying to protect her father. But she could also be, seriously questioning, like, okay, well, did he do this? Maybe she wants to find out. I don't know. I don't think, like that's too easy, but I don't know. But she is definitely sus. I don't know about Ed. So, but then the rest of them, so we had Jim and Lucas. Jim and Lucas. Oh, no. And also Rope Boy. That's right, I forgot about Rope Boy and Lucas are different characters, right? Lucas is the cab boy, and Rope Boy is just a different person. Yeah, that's right. So we've got Rope Boy. Why was he sus? That was so weird. Like, why would he be acting all sus unless he's, I don't even think it's that. I think he's just all high and mighty with the police, But the police are not the people to be high and mighty with, with detectives. Like, why would you not just assist in their investigation, Like, even if you have, like, some qualm about it, like, well, we got so much work to do and stuff. It's like, I don't know, like, he was especially acting sus. But there's no reason why he would be in on it, why he would be a suspect, that's the thing. He's sus, but he's not suspect, I guess. I don't know. Jim was being sus, but we had a bit of that last episode too, that there's something sus about Jim. Lucas was being really sus, but the one who hasn't really been that sus was Ian, the ex-husband. And I'm going to say, now, the thing is, in season one, Joe was not sus. And that was the point, was that they didn't tell the actor that he was the murderer pretty much until the end, So now I'm inclined to look at anybody who's not suspicious and be like, well, maybe it is them, because I've already been played because of Joe, Back when I used to say Joe was such a great person, and then he was the murderer. It was terrible. I was a clown. I was a total clown that whole season. But, so, like, I don't want to rule Ian out. But, here's one thing. One thing you could possibly rule Ian out with. Well, I guess this doesn't rule him out, but yeah, no, this doesn't rule him out at all. Because I was going to say, on her phone, the text, it said unknown caller. But it would stand to reason that he would go and get a new phone. Because they would keep track of it, They would, keep track of it. If they saw, oh, your ex-husband texted you to shut up or else? That's a little sus, So I guess, so that doesn't work. But yeah, but honestly, like, as he was, like, going on about the party, I didn't really get anything from him, Like, I didn't get any bad vibes from him, whereas everyone else had this weird, sus about them, sussiness about them. I'm really hoping that it's still in fashion to say sus, because it's just, which I guess, I've done that all series, but still. But yeah, but everyone else was acting so sus, but him, it wasn't until they got to the DNA sample part that he started acting weird, So, I don't know. So I don't think it's him, but I can't rule anybody out yet. It is way too early to rule anybody out. I mean, except like Rope Boy, because why would it be Rope Boy? But I guess still, I shouldn't rule anybody out. So, friggin' Rope Boy. And he is a boy, you know? He is straight boy, so... and then, yeah, everything else this episode, they had the interview, which was interesting. And Beth, credit to Beth, she's doing a really good job, I think. And I like that Beth is sort of involved with the ongoing plot, aside from just being depressed mother in courtroom, you know? So I enjoy that she's a part of this, and I honestly, I think she handled the first meeting really well, you know? But, yeah, there'll be problems. There's going to be problems, especially with the investigation itself and the interview. So, and then, yeah, why won't Trish reveal who she actually, you know, had sex with that morning? Why is that an issue for her to say? I don't know. Now she's acting a little sus. So yeah, why? I don't know. But we'll have to find out. And then other stuff. I mean, the other stuff this episode is basically, you know, our returning characters from the previous seasons. We want to keep them. We want to keep up to date with, you know, some of these beloved characters. So we have to have, you know, Maggie's like, oh, Maggie, you know, she's going to lose the Broadchurch Echo. Not the biggest issue on that we have to deal with right now, but okay, let's deal with that. I get why they were like, oh, you know, Jocelyn's got a big trial in London. It's like, okay, yeah, so we're not going to get Jocelyn this season. And that makes sense because she really would not have anything plot related to do. But it's kind of sad because I just like Jocelyn, you know? But yeah. But I'm sorry, I can't put too much thought into that. Mark can put a little bit more thought of because, you know, he's so... You know, he's got all this leftover anger about Joe, and it's only gotten worse as time has gone on. But I'll be curious to see that sort of this, I guess, this sort of character arc that Mark will have to go through. I do like Paul just kind of being, even though he has his own problems, you know. I like that he, you know, he's still always, he's the ear, you know, he's the person people go talk to, but it's exactly what he said. He's the person they go to when they're hurting, and then they abandon him, you know, right after that. You know, reception at the church is down even lower than before Danny was killed, you know? So yeah, I mean, it's a tough thing, definitely, but, again, it's one of those things with some of those characters where it's like, you know, I'm sorry, you know, I love these characters, they're great, but we do have more important things to deal with in this show right now, you know? And the same thing for, like, you know, Hardy's daughter, like, oh, he's not, you know, he's struggling being a single parent and stuff like that, and it's like, well, okay, but the investigation, you know, I don't know, so it's a whole thing. It's fine. I still like seeing that stuff, but yeah, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, good episode, very good, and I'm curious to see where we are going next time. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Broadchurch reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.